This week on The Splash, we go on a walk for the Friendship Circle. Then we learn about Food Truck Tuesdays. And later we celebrate the success of the summer reading program. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash. Welcome to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin, and as always, thank you for joining us. Recently, the community gathered together in support of friendship, equality, and acceptance. Reporter Tyler Kieft was on hand to join the fun.
In West Bloomfield, friends, family, and neighbors alike came together in support of our special needs community to be the light at this year's Walk for Friendship. For the 13th consecutive year, our community was joined together by one of our fine local organizations, the Friendship Circle, for their annual Walk for Friendship, in an effort to support the organization and, more importantly, the people it works so hard to support.
We start with opening ceremonies down by the township, and we highlight the support for those who have special needs, and we include an inclusive environment. And then we walk down Walnut Lake to the Soul Studio and Cafe. It benefits the community in so many ways. First of all, obviously the funding. It brings in money that helps run programs to include people with special needs of all ages, as well as a statement. This is a place where people show up to support their loved one, their person with special needs, and to show that we're all really part of one community. We all walk together, we all stand together, and we all live together.
Hundreds of people in a multitude of groups joined in on the walk, a clear example of how important the Friendship Circle is to Greater West Bloomfield. But even more importantly, how great of an impact the Friendship Circle's efforts have on the people of our community.
I mean, it's incredible. They're doing two things primarily. One, raising money to fund the organization, all of their programs. And two, I mean, you just look around, the hundreds, probably thousands of people here raising awareness. It's a feel-good cause, you know, just helping those with special needs and the inclusion and the respect that is deserved. It's a really nice thing.
The Walk for Friendship means so much more to our area than raising its nearly 25% of yearly funds for the Friendship Circle. It is a true showing of how the virtues of care, compassion, and support for one's neighbor are ingrained in the culture of Greater West Bloomfield, something our community has strived to spread far and beyond our area's borders.
For this to expand across, you know, the country, I know there are friendship circles beyond just the one here in West Bloomfield, and for their message really to permeate and for everybody to be inclusive of those with special needs. And it's just wonderful.
We are a community that is inclusive. Obviously, we need to be more inclusive. We have to head in that direction more, but that we've got that foundation in place where everyone can come together and support each other.
Well, even in spite of great food, a beautiful day for a walk, and tons of fun activities, our community made one message loud and clear. When it comes time to support others, we come out in full force. From the Friendship Circle in West Bloomfield, I'm Tyler Kieft, reporting for The Splash.
To find out more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/walkforfriendship. Great food, great company, and gorgeous weather are all part of Food Truck Tuesdays, an excellent way to meet friends and local officials for a meal. Reporter Shannon Line has more.
The efforts of the West Bloomfield Township and their partnership with local food vendors is bringing the community closer to township members. During the warm season, the township decided to hold Food Truck Tuesdays at the Civic Center Plaza once a month.
And Chris D'Arcy, who is the executive assistant to Supervisor Steve Kaplan, they got together and created this idea of having food trucks on campus, on town hall campus, and it expanded to include Parks and Rec and police and whoever's on campus, anyone at the library, to just allow them to have an opportunity to come together and have lunch together.
An additional benefit of Food Truck Tuesdays is that it allows members of the community to come see what services are available to them and to discuss local issues with township officials.
The idea is that, again, people come to Town Hall for various reasons. They come to participate at Town Hall, to take care of business at Town Hall. They're going to the library. The library has a steady stream of business. Parks and West Bloomfield Parks has constant activity and programming, and police. So people are coming to and from Town Hall, but it's giving them another way to engage and learn more about what is at Town Hall.
While those who attend get to enjoy food from local food trucks, the main purpose behind Food Truck Tuesdays is to allow the community to get to know those who work for the township. township.
It's a great opportunity for them to meet us as the officials working for them, and it's a great opportunity to meet staff that work in other buildings, and it's a wonderful opportunity to just meet neighbors. I just was over there meeting some residents that I had not previously known.
Due to its great reception, Food Truck Tuesdays has expanded to inviting multiple food trucks to accommodate those who want to take part in getting to eat lunch with the people who keep the township running every day. For more information on Food Truck Tuesdays, you can visit wbtownship.org. At the Civic Center Plaza, I'm Shannon Line reporting for The Splash.
For more information, feel free to stop by our website at civiccentertv.com/foodtrucktuesdays. Still to come, we visit the library for the summer reading finale, and then we take a look at a new episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin. Making reading fun, rewarding, and motivating for kids and adults is one of the purposes for the summer reading program. I stopped by the finale to see how many readers we had this year. Getting kids interested in reading is something the West Bloomfield Township Public Library takes seriously. This year, the summer reading program exceeded all expectations with a total of over 50,000 hours of combined reading time for the participants.
We are working with the schools to help prevent the summer slide. So just keeping kids active in reading and academics throughout the whole summer in conjunction with the schools. This summer looks like right now in our youth, which would be kindergarten through 5th grade, we have had about 1,000 students that have signed up. We've also had about 600 children under the age of 5, as well as about 500 teens, so through grades 6 through 9. So we've been pretty busy.
Reading well is a skill that is essential to success, no matter what type of job you want to have. Keeping diversity in mind, the types of books allowed in the summer reading program are as varied as one can imagine that they'd be.
We accept any type of reading, so if children are reading, picture books, board books, even the back of your cereal box can count as time read throughout the day. We've had some kids come in and say, I got a new video game. I said, well, did you read the rules? Yep. Well, that still counts as towards your reading time. So we really encourage kids, any type of reading that they're doing, to log that time, to know that that's still part of summer reading.
To celebrate each young adult's success, the library threw a party for their finale, one that brought the entire community together.
Today here at Summer Reading Finale, we have our airbrush tattoos happening outside. We have the Bowers Farm Petting Zoo here with some of their special animals. We have some building outside where we're making pool noodle structures, and some arts and crafts, as well as our DJ who's keeping the tunes moving outside for some dancing. So the library is very fortunate to have a community that supports the library as well as summer reading. So we are happy with all the work that everybody in this community has done to take part in the Summer Reading Challenge.
Summer reading is sure to keep kids and adults on track when it comes to making sure this essential skill is strong. For more information on the summer reading program, you can visit civiccentertv.com/summer reading finale. Now it's time for another episode of Sidewalk Talk, where Samana Sheik spoke to Greater West Bloomfield residents to find out their thoughts on a new topic.
The last movie that I saw in the movie theater was Incredibles 2. What about you? What was the last movie you saw?
Okay, I saw The Meg. I didn't choose to see it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. For a shark movie, it's like better quality Jaws.
3 Identical Strangers, and I give it 2 thumbs up. It was an amazing documentary. Yeah.
It's been a while since I went to the theater, but I just saw a 40-Year-Old Virgin yesterday at my friend's indoor theater, so that was cool. It was really funny. So that counts. It was like an inside theater in her basement.
That definitely counts, and that movie's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't really see movies, but it was a movie probably about a year ago. What was it? The Conjuring? Am I pronouncing it right? The Conjuring?
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. I'm sorry for not pronouncing it right. That was the last movie I actually saw, and that was probably literally more than a year ago.
You saw that in the theater? That's, oh my God, how did you survive?
For the most part, I was with my friends and what have you. You know, we kind of did a little bit, grabbing on the seats, jumping off each other, what have you. But on that note, the popcorn and I guess the candy made it, entertaining.
Ocean's 8, and I loved it. I'm a big Sandra Bullock fan, and it was an all-female cast, so yay.
I loved it with Rihanna and everybody.
Exactly, and I loved it.
The last movie I saw was Tag, and it was really funny. And probably the funniest movie I've seen in a while, and I really liked it, and I'd see it again.
What's the last movie you saw in the theater, and what's your review on it?
The Spy Who Dumped Me. I'd give it a 6.
Who's in it?
Mila Kunis, and I don't know who else. I think the guy that was married to Jennifer Aniston.
Last movie I saw was Deadpool 2, and it was it's crude, it's raunchy, it's funny. I don't know. It's not everybody's speed, but, if you're into that, hey, go for it.
I saw Avengers a few months ago, and I'm not big on, action type of movies, and that's all it was, so I was pretty much on my phone the whole time.
Remember, if you ever see us on the streets of West Bloomfield, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, or Kego Harbor, stop by and be a part of Sidewalk Talk.
If you'd like to see some of our other fun and interesting questions on the show, you can do so anytime and anywhere by visiting our website at civiccentertv.com/sidewalktalk. And now it's time for our Civic Center event update, where we provide you with all the latest that's happening around Greater West Bloomfield. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all of the following current events yourself, you can visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's get started. Treat your muscles to a morning of gentle, therapeutic yoga at Spirit of Grace Church. Delightful, gentle yoga is appropriate for adults in all levels of physical activity. Experience is not necessary. Delightful, gentle yoga is taking place every Wednesday from 11 a.m. until noon. Drop-in price is $7 per class, or a monthly rate of $25 is available as well. It is encouraged that you bring your own yoga mat and be prepared to meet new friends and walk away with a better sense of your own well-being. For more information, visit spiritofgrace.church. If you or someone you know has a young adult who's interested in Cub Scouts, then stop by the informational session happening at Marshbank Park on September 12th at 6:30 p.m. Bring your fishing pole, your questions, and good energy for this fun-filled informational night where you could learn all about the Scouts and how your child could benefit from joining. Contact information varies depending on which school your child is in. For Gretschko or Scotch Elementary, call Nicole Voorhees at 248-953-7279. For Doherty or Chico Elementary, call Deanna McHugh at 586-488-8600. And for Roosevelt, call Holly Bailey at 248-891-7707. Coming up on Friday, September 14th at Rose Sorter Park in Kego Harbor, come to the annual Skate and Activity Night taking place from 4 to 8 p.m. There will be fun for the kids and the entire family, including a rock wall, inflatables, over $1,000 in free giveaways, ice cream and pizza, as well as special music performances from School of Rock professionals. For more information, you can visit skateandactivitynight.com. On September 14th, be sure to tune in to 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM, for live coverage of West Bloomfield Laker football versus their close rivals, the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks. Join our team as Dave Scott and Tyler Keefe bring you all of the action, with additional analysis from around high school football. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. on 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM, online at lakesfm.com, and on both Civic Center TV and WB TV. On September 19th from 10 a.m. until noon, come to the West Bloomfield Township Public Library for their Let's Talk, an ESL discussion group. Here you can learn some of the nuances of the English language and practice your skills in a safe, supportive environment. A tutor from the Oakland Literacy Council facilitates the discussion to help each individual attain their goals. These sessions are ongoing through December, and you can drop in for all or part of the session. For more information, you can contact the library at 248-232-2290. The Chaldean Cultural Center Museum is open to the public on Fridays from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. Come learn about this fascinating culture, complete with hands-on activities, multimedia presentations, and a showcasing of special artifacts from time periods gone by. Tours are available by appointment and cost $5 for a self-guided tour and $10 for a guided tour. To schedule your tour or find out more details, be sure to visit chaldeanculturalcenter.org. And that's all for now. However, if you're looking to find even more events going on in your neighborhood, then be sure to follow us at civiccentertv.com/events and look up our events calendar, or watch us here for more information on everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. As we head into the break, stay tuned, because afterwards I'll be talking with Jayme Starr, West Bloomfield High School senior and host of Top 8 at 8 on 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Civic Center TV has gone social. Now it's easier than ever to watch, save, like, and share our videos online. See what's happening in your neighborhood, on the streets, and on the web at civiccentertv.com. Be a part of the conversation and get involved. We would love to hear from you. For links to our social media pages, visit us at our website or find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Sheena Monnin, and here with me on the show this week is Jayme Starr, West Bloomfield High School senior and host of Top 8 at 8 on 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM. Jayme, I'm excited that you're here with us today.
So excited to be here.
I know you really well, but we're going to dive into a little bit of your story, your goals, all things radio. You've accomplished quite a lot for someone your age.
Thanks. Yeah.
I'm excited for you. So tell me a little bit about how you got involved with being on the radio. How did you know that was something that you wanted to do?
So I grew up basically listening to the radio every day when I came home from school and every day going to school. I listened to Mojo in the morning almost every morning on my way to school. It's kind of like my good luck charm. And Shannon Murphy, who's like the main female host on that show, basically inspired me to go out there and do that. And I would listen to her and I'd be like, Shannon on the way to school, and then on the way back I'd listen to a girl named Roxanne Steele who was on 98.7. And I basically realized two amazing female radio people in the industry, I want to be like them and I want to do that. And then I also would watch Ellen DeGeneres a lot. So, and I still do. So being like her and all the positive things she does for the world and makes everyone happy and smile. Once those three women kind of came into my life, I decided oh, that's so for me. I totally want to do that.
Awesome. You have a great personality for it too. A nice, clear voice also. What brought you here to West Bloomfield, our local radio station?
So I actually started West Bloomfield High School my sophomore year, and I began video classes because since I knew at a young age that I wanted to go into an industry like this. My guidance counselor said to me, oh, we have video production and this and that. So after getting to know my video teacher and starting to get a relationship with her and stuff, she's like, oh, yes, we do have a radio station. It's not at the school, but it's located next to Green Elementary School. And she was like, I'll contact the person who's involved. And make a long story short, I met with Dave Scott, the head of who runs the show here pretty much, and he had me do a little bit of a demo, and the rest is history.
Very nice. Good. I love your show. It's awesome. Now, for those watching, maybe they're like, wow, what show is this? How do I listen to it? So what is your show called? Tell us a little bit about that.
So my show, Top 8 at 8, is basically me as I try to be as raw and as personal as I possibly can be, and I like to be relate my life to maybe other high school students or people out there. And it's called Top 8 at 8 because I count down the top 8 songs that I think are trending in the world of West Bloomfield High School and the student body and the student life. I try to think about it when people ask me. I say maybe a modern day Ryan Seacrest American Top 40 or a Casey Kasem Top 40, but a small modernized version that a high schooler hosts.
Very cool. Nice. So you go on the show, you talk a little bit about yourself, you select songs, talk a little bit more about yourself. What can people expect?
I talk a lot about my stories of life in high school because it is a circus, I will admit. You never know what to expect when you walk into West Bloomfield High School, that's for sure. So I do that. I'll talk about the songs. Maybe some news came up about in the pop culture world about the artist. For example, when Ariana Grande got engaged to Pete Davidson, one of her songs was in my show. So I talked about that. I talk a lot about Selena Gomez because she's my favorite celebrity in the world of celebrities. So when something's about her, I'm have to talk about it on my show.
Well, you do wear her bracelets, so there you go.
I do.
Oh, awesome. I love it. So when is the show and how can people find it? How can we tune in?
Well, it is on Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. on 89.3 WBLD. And
Awesome. Very nice. So looking into the future, you've accomplished so much already. What else is there? What are your big picture goals?
My big picture goals is to host a radio show or a talk show in the future. I don't care if it's in Michigan or not. My 2 dream jobs is to be the next Ellen, or to also maybe work for iHeartMedia, which is this big company around the U.S. and they all come together for the iHeartRadio Music Festival in September. And it's where Mojo in the Morning is, and Ryan Seacrest works for them, and Elvis Duran, and I want to hopefully either work with them or take over their job someday.
Awesome. Great. What is your absolute favorite part of being on the radio?
Ooh, that's hard. Being able to live my dream, basically, because you got to start somewhere, and being on the radio for now basically is allowing me to get my feet in the water and allowing me to hopefully accomplish my big goals in the future.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for being here,
Thank
Jayme.
you.
We appreciate it. Once again, everyone, we've been speaking with Jayme Starr, West Bloomfield High School senior and host of Top 8 at 8 on 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM. Now let's head over to another of our recurring segments called Parenting on the Go, where Samana Sheik spoke to a local expert on anxiety and parenting.
Hello and welcome to Parenting on the Go. I am your host, Samana Sheik. Joining me here today is Dr. Tony Kaplan, a local clinical psychologist. Dr. Kaplan, thank you so much for joining us today. Can you please describe what anxious parenting is?
Yes. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Yes, anxious parenting is basically parents who model anxiety. They carry excessive worry, fears, what if this, what if that, and they live with the what ifs, basically. And these are typically overprotective parents. And overprotective parents have the belief that unless they hover over their children, disaster will occur. And so they underestimate coping skills while overestimating danger.
Of course. So can you please describe how this can affect children?
Oh, yes, it affects children in many ways. So it injures a child's healthy development in many ways. The parent teaches the child that the world is unsafe and that the child lacks the resources to handle the many challenges that come up in life. Also, it harms the sense of self-agency that a child is supposed to have. So what I mean by that is the parent is teaching the child that they, and only they, are the ones that can produce a successful outcome. So the parent, not the child, not anybody else. Like, these are parents who review all the homework papers, they edit them, and what happens is the child gets the A, successful outcome, but doesn't feel any confidence in their own potential academic success. Also, self-efficiency is problematic because the parents are saying, we don't think you're capable of taking effective action when situations come up. So the parents are controlling everything, they're managing everything, and the child is not learning how to find their own resources to rely on themselves. And you know what? This is a problem at the college level, and I'm seeing so much of this in my practice. At the college level, college counselors are reporting that there is increasing numbers of students who are afraid to be on their own. And they're just used to parents, you know, doing everything. They're accustomed to their parents making decisions for them, solving problems, taking responsibility, even homework. So when it comes to adapting to college life, they're not doing well. They're lost. And what I'm seeing is that these students are not able to function unless they're in constant connection with their parents. So this is problematic.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. So as you were stating, parents with anxiety, so what are some suggestions you can give for parents that are interfering with their anxiety and interfering with their child's development?
Oh, good question. So anxiety is a mixed blessing. And, you know, anxious people tend to be cautious and alert, and they're careful not to make mistakes. And these are good qualities, but the goal is to rein in the anxiety and contain it so that these parents can be fully present for their child and sit down with their child and say, how might you handle these various situations? So the child learns how to access inside their own abilities, learn how to cope, manage, rely on their own resources. So, okay, here's what's challenging. So parents have to learn how to contain and manage anxiety. That's not easy.
Of course.
The good news is there's so many resources out there. There is so much about how to be in the present, future and past, that increases anxiety. So being in the moment, mindfulness, breathing, there's cognitive behavioral techniques, and like I say, lots of resources to learn how to do that.
Can you please give examples of some additional resources that our viewers can look at and your contact information?
Okay. Well, yes, I would be a resource, having been in practice for 38 years. So my phone number would be fine. That would be 248-225-8151. And as far as resources, I love the book Anxiety Disorders, The Go-To Guide by Carolyn Deitch. It is very comprehensive. So I highly recommend that. And then there's the Go-To Parent section in the West Bloomfield Library. And so anything there that seems to address anxiety would probably be very helpful.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And thank you for joining us for this episode of Parenting on the Go. If you would like to look up more helpful parenting tips, you can visit the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance website at wbyouthassistance.org.
For more episodes of Parenting on the Go, you can visit civiccentertv.com/parenting-to-go. Now it's time for our final segment on The Splash called Person of the Week, where we recognize those within the community who are either inspiring or providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Pam Opalski, West Bloomfield resident and STEM teacher. It's not every day that a member of our community impacts not only our residents, but also those around the world. Pam has traveled to Indonesia, Ecuador, and more places, sharing techniques to teachers overseas and bringing back new methods, helpful information, and impactful life lessons to us here in our community. Pam credits her actions to the friends she's made in these experiences, the lessons she's learned from her students at home and abroad, and the support and sacrifices of her loving husband who powers through months apart from her at a time so that she can help others others learn and learn herself as well. Pam wants to teach her students the lessons from her international experiences and help them learn that there are a number of different perspectives and experiences in life all over the world, and to look beyond the simple and present and to think about others, something she does all the time, which is why she is our Person of the Week. And if you happen to know someone who is providing a service to their community, then let us know by sending an email to The Splash at civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate those who are making a difference in our area, and we appreciate all of your suggestions. That's going to do it for us this week, but remember, you can watch new episodes of The Splash every Monday at 5:30 p.m. or throughout the week for replays. You can also watch every episode online at civiccentertv.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook under Civic Center TV 15, YouTube at Civic Center TV 15, and on Twitter at Civic Center TV for more information. For all of our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Sheena Monnin. Thank you for watching The Splash.